Welcome back. I'm joined by Championship correspondent Pascal and Mayor to preview Friday's clash between Brighton and Norwich. Pascal stopped the away side, sitting in fourth and had a good win over Forest before the international break.
Yeah, impressive win for them. I think Forest went into that, obviously they're doing a lot better under Dougie Freedman, but for Norwich to win that game 3-1 was very impressive, and obviously cements their place, like you say, in the top four, and they're only 2 points behind second and 3 points behind Bournemouth at the top of the table. It's very close up there, but equally, if you look at it, you think they could have a good run, then they can push for the top two, because they've definitely got one of the best sides in terms of talent in the league, but they're only four points clear of Brentford in just outside the playoff places, so they're certainly sort of in the middle at the moment. They could, depending on which way they go in terms of their form, they could either push for the top two or be in danger of dropping out of the playoffs, depending how the sort of final 8 games of the season goes. So yeah, that was a decent win for them, and like I said, looking good at the moment. It's 1 defeat in 12 for them, so they certainly have improved under Alex Neil, and I think the goals from midfield has been a massive thing for them recently. They've got so much quality in midfield, let alone the players up front. You've got Hooper, Jerome, Graben up front, so many quality players up there, but in terms of midfield, Bradley Johnson's been scoring a lot of goals. He's having his best goal scoring season of his career. Johnny Howson's been in the goals of late, and now they've signed, they've got Graham Dorrans to extend his loan, and he's a quality Championship player, Graham Dorrans. He fell out of favour at West Brom a bit, he couldn't quite work it out for himself there, but to get him on loan, it just adds to the midfield which they've got. Like I said, Howson, Johnson, Houlihan as well, he's been playing really well of late. Where's Houlihan? And yeah, I mean, that midfield it should be too much for anyone in the league, really. When you look at it on the surface, just how good quality they are, and the job that Alex Neil's done. I mean, considering how well he's doing it with Norwich, I saw him the other day tipped to go and manage Scotland. So considering he's only 33 years old, he's still playing age. For a lot of players, they still play at 33. So the job he's done coming down from Scotland and really proving himself, and they certainly have massively improved under him since Neil Adams left. And yeah, I think automatic promotion has to be the goal for them. It's going to be difficult. A lot of teams in the race, we know how tight it is up there, but that's got to be the goal. Once you go into the playoffs, it's a real lottery, but one thing they can't do is drop out of the playoffs, so they want to sort of carry on their winning momentum here.
Moving on to Brighton, they had a good win over Blackburn before the international break.
Yeah, that was very important for them, I think, to win that game. Blackburn, it's not Blackburn, they're a very inconsistent side, but Ewood Park's a tough place to go. We know that Blackburn are still in the FA Cup. They've got that replay coming up against Liverpool later this month, so for Brighton to go there and eke out a 1-0 win, keep out, Rhodes and Gusted, there's a lot of talks about those two being one of the best strike forces in the league, but Brighton kept a clean sheet there, very impressive, and that moved them 10 points clear of the drop zone, which is very important. Like I said, there's only a few more games of the season left now, and there's certainly only about sort of 5 sides that might get dragged down into it, but Brighton moving 10 clear like that, they look pretty safe. They're unbeaten in 3 games now as well, but I think going into this game, it is going to be a tough one. Norwich, fighting up there right at the top, and give Brighton, it's a nice pitch down there. Norwich, they'll be able to play their football there. I think that Brighton could get dominated a bit here, and their recent record against Norwich isn't great either. They've only won 1 of their last 10 against them, and the recent games they've conceded a lot of goals against them. The reverse fixture of this was 3-3 actually. Brighton did really well to go to Carrow Road and get a 3-3 draw. They probably should have won the game actually. They were ahead for a lot of periods of the game, but conceded a late equaliser. And I look at the stats, and Norwich have scored 15 in their last 5 games against Brighton in the league, so they've averaged 3 goals a game. So I certainly see goals in this one, and it's hard to pick Brighton winning this.
Norwich will enter it as a favourite. Do you think they will win it?
Yeah, I think you have to pick them. Like I said, they've just got more to play for. Brighton are one of the sides, who are sort of edging towards that mid-table safety, entering the last few games where, the league isn't very competitive in terms of those mid-table sides. They're sort of the top few have pulled away, and the bottom sides are challenging for relegation. But Brighton, not too much to play for. In Norwich, you have to say they are the favourites. I'm going to back them to win 3-1.
Sports will go for a 3-1 Norwich win.